of domicile, the Philippine government will take care of his quarantine. I asked if His Honor means domicile or residence, and the sponsor said that he is just following what is contained in the Maritime Labor Convention. But this is a Philippine law, so we have to be sure what we are referring to, because under Philippine law, there is a difference between residence and domicile. And the obligation of the Philippine government will be affected if the person does not return to the domicile.
Meron siyang right to choose kung ano yung final repatriation destination niya. It's either the point of hire or point of domicile. Point of domicile is permanent resident.
Okay, doon kasi sa contract, Mr. President, Your Honor, nakaspecify point of hire and point of domicile where he or she can choose kung saan siya babagsak at never na ang saan? Kung saan siya babalik in case of repatriation, because we're talking here of repatriation. So therefore, like you mentioned, and I've mentioned earlier, sa MLC, Maritime Labor Code 2006, never kasi na-mention doon yung word residence. They always use the term domicile in referring to the seafarer after he or she's been repatriated. So may point din po kayo dahil Philippine law ang pinairal natin dito. That's why much better kung gagamit tayo ng word residence. I see your point. On the other hand, dito po kasi sa MLC, maging dun sa contract nitong seafarer sa SEC, sa standard employment contract, doon po sinusulat niya kung saan ang kanyang permanent domicile, and never na-mention doon ang word residence. Kasi kung maglalagay tayo ng another word doon na wala po sa standard employment contract at wala po sa MLC, medyo magulo po yun, Mr. President, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, magulo din po yon if under Philippine law, you do not provide for clarity if you mean domicile or residence. What do you mean, Your Honor? What
Okay.
is your intention? At to what point will the Philippine government be responsible, domicile or resident? What is the intention of His Honor in the draft?
Oh.
The residence or the address given by the sponsor or the
Okay, the domicile is same as the address given by the seafarer when he signed his contract doon po sa SEC, Standard Employment Contract. Doon po nakalagay yung kanyang exact address under the word domicile. Ganon din po doon sa MLC, yung word domicile ang means na yun po yung kanyang place of residence. And again, I would like to put it on record na I see your point, Your Honor, na this is Philippine law we're talking about. Dapat under Philippine law, gamitin natin yung word residence. However, since wala naman po yung word residence maging sa standard employment contract na pinirmahan ng ating seafarer and maging sa MLC, baka magkaroon ng konting confusion doon because two different, I mean, dun sa dalawa, domicile always been mentioned and never na-mention yung word na residence. Mr. President, Your Honor.
Do I remember correctly that in the first part of His Honor's answer, he said in the standard employment contract, he would indicate as his domicile, his what? What did His Honor say? Place of residence, place of permanent residence? What was the statement made?
Saan mo?
our deputation of repatriation.
Hindi na sa plan, sabi niya kasi sa SEC. Nakalagay doon domicile. Meron tayong po kanyo.
Place of domicile.
Saan din sa SEC to? Okay. Your Honor, sa kanyang standard employment contract, again, dun sa part ng repatriation, it refers to the process of returning seafarer to the point of hire or the seafarer's place of domicile. Yun po yung nakaspecify doon sa SEC, Your Honor.
But earlier, Your Honor, you said that the SEC states the domicile as something. You said that. What was that? I'm just asking for
Yeah,
His Honor to repeat that because I will try to help His Honor clarify the intention. If he just repeats, what did you say, permanent residence or current residence?
The place of domicile is the address written by the seafarer as his place of residence.
Okay,
Listed in the
okay.
standard employment contract, he or she states there his place of domicile as his home address, Your Honor.
Okay, Your Honor, what I am trying to explain is under Philippine law, there is a difference between domicile and residence. So in your standard employment contract, if a seafarer will indicate a particular address and it says domicile, then that is different from residence. If it says residence, then that is different from domicile. And I would insist that Philippine law would govern. So the obligation of government is affected if he will not be able to return the seafarer to the place of domicile because that is different, that could be very different from the place of residence. So it is important that His Honor tells us what is the intention. Where do you want the seafarer to be returned?
Okay. I thought, Your Honor, my team already talked to your team and they already agreed on that matter.
Your Honor, it is the sponsor and I who will agree.
No, no,
So,
no. No, yeah, I understand, Your Honor, but for the sake of brevity or for the sake of na para mapaiksi tayo and
Pero kailangan ho nagkakaintindihan
yes,
tayong dalawa.
magkakaintindihan tayo, Your Honor. Na magkakaintindihan tayong dalawa, Your Honor. Bakit natin pinag-aawayan yung domicile and
Ito natin pinag-aawayan,
place of
liwanag ko
residence?
lang po ang use of terms natin because they have significance, Your Honor.
What's the significance? What is the significance, Your Honor?
I
What's
think,
the significance
I
of
think-
domicile and place of residence?
I
What's so
think, Your
important?
Honor, your lawyer should be the one informing you what is the difference of domicile and residence. I've already been pointing out that there is a difference. If your team cannot.
But Your Honor, like I said, under the MLC convention provision, domicile refers to the home address. And in the SEC, it's the same when the seafarer filled out his SEC form, place of domicile there refers to his address. In the MLC and in the SEC, domicile means home address.
Your Honor, I am simply informing the sponsor that under Philippine law, there is a difference between
I
domicile
understand, Your
and
Honor, but it is
residence.
already understood under the MLC provision, domicile means home address. And under the standard employment contract, which the seafarer signed, the word domicile refers to his home address.
Okay, so I will ask His Honor a question. When the seafarer indicates a home address, yung po ba kaya ang kanyang temporary address sa Manila o yung po yung kino-consider niyang permanent home niya sa probinsya? Alin kaya ho yun dun?
Yung point of hire is Manila. When you say domicile, yun po yung permanent address niya, Your Honor. As declared doon sa kanyang SEC. Kasi po doon sa SEC, idideklara mo yung iyong home address. At anong nakalagay doon? Domicile. Wala naman nakalagay doon home address. Nakalagay doon domicile.
Your Honor, I am just putting on record that there are legal differences. Huwag ho kayo magagalit.
No,
Kasi
no,
ho,
I'm not mad.
may legal
I'm not
differences
mad, Your Honor.
po yun.
But-
Ayoko kong malito ang gobyerno at ang ating
Well,
pong
yung
mga
gobyerno po hindi
seafarers.
malilito, I'm sure.
sir,
I
there are
guarantee you, the
legal
government
differences. So if
has
we do not
suspended.
clarify,
Hindi naman natin pwedeng baguhin lahat dahil lang sa kagustuhan mo para
Session
masusunod yung
suspended.
lighting.